It's 12-pound XTR. Oh, I cut the wrong tag in, Tyler. Dadgummit.
You were recording.
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Welcome, stage 1 of the Bass Pro Tour, season 2 of Trimmed Up, and we're here at Toledo Bend. Practice for stage 1, it was enjoyable. I guess you could even say it was fun. Oh, man. And a tournament practice in these conditions consists of a lot of this, which for me has led to a decent amount of this. So Toledo Bend, super famous fishery in the bass fishing world. I'd say it's, you know, one of the top 10 pro tournament level fisheries. Like, there's just been a lot of history, a lot of tournaments. It's late January, about to be February, so the fish are still kind of winter-timey. They haven't gone to pre-spawn hardcore yet, while there are a few doing that. A month away from the spawn here, so they're still really focusing on bait, suspending out over deep water. The lake's come up 2.5 feet, I believe is what it is. Gotten a lot muddier than typical. Toledo Bend is a fairly clear body of water. You really kind of just got to decide, are you gonna chase that clean water and try to find the good water of the lake to fish offshore to try to live scope bass, or are you gonna scrap that plan and fish what now is the bigger lake, which is the shallow, dirty water, Toledo Bend? Coffee. You hit it way too hard. I can tell by the bite. I want to eat though. That's not a coffee. It's a bass. We finally caught us one. And I think he'd probably go 2 pounds. Really close to 2 pounds. Welcome to Toledo Bend, you guys. That's a bass. Wow. That was about as good as you can do it right there. That one on the top's a really big one. One of those is a giant. The second one, I mean, that's a big old fish right there, dude. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Trimmed Up series. We got us a little mid-strolling bass. Look at how they're built right now. Toledo Bend, first tournament of the year. It's gonna be a fun week. It's 12-pound XTR. Oh, I cut the wrong tag in, Tyler. Dadgummit.
You were recording.
Yeah, I was.
Oh.
Oh, I hit the pole and set the hook. Thank you, Japan. Ow. We've got really fair weather this week, so the conditions are pretty favorable in that sense, because Toledo Bend can get super rough. You're gonna have guys throwing a chatterbait and a lipless crankbait up in the grass, big spinnerbait and some muddy water, and then you've got your offshore guys that are gonna catch them cranking, jerking, damiki rigging, mid-strolling, you name it. I think this tournament's gonna get dominated offshore. So that's, I've committed to that. You know, I'm just sticking to it, and you know, it could burn me, but it could be really good. Overall, this week we're gonna have very little wind, so it's gonna be really favorable for live scoping around. We'll see if when we get to this creek channel split, if we don't catch one. Big, whatever it is, and he's following it. I think it is a bass. I just missed him all those times. Like that. What do I have here? I'm not fighting like a bass. Bingo. Yeah, fish. Probably score though. Be really close. Probably 1.75 pounds. Like, what I want to find is one or two trees like that just have like 20 of them in it. Where they're actually, oh yeah, this is the tree, this is just where they sit type deal. Told you it's too big to be a crappie. Like I just said, you can get a bite and you're like, oh, maybe I need to stay. Time to move to a new creek. I haven't found anything that just rocked my world here.
alarm.
Wicked deep right here. That was pretty cool, and I had to really talk to that one there. That fish was over 5 feet down, over 50 feet of water. Big patter. There's one. Bass for sure. Skis.
Can I get a woof woof woof?
Woof woof woof.
Oh, come on.
It's a good one too.
Woof woof.
Dude, those really high ones, those are the ones you catch. This is absolutely no fun. That's a heavy 4, maybe 5 pounds. I mean, probably, well, we'll call it 4.5. I'm sitting in 48 feet of water, and this fish was that far into the surface. Weird, there's not a bunch, but like, yeah, right there where the creek channel kind of touches the bank almost. They're all just good quality fish too, dude. You don't catch any little ones out here doing this. So Toledo's kind of a special place. It's got more standing timber than just about anywhere you'll ever go. And standing timber is just, it's habitat for these fish, you know, all year long, especially in the winter though, when they like to be around deep water and bait. You know, they can be in 40 feet of water, and if they want to be on shallow cover, they just swim straight up the piece of pole timber. So it's really hard to find a group of fish or fish sitting on something that you think you can come back to. Any irregularity on the creek channel, be it a harder bend or a place where it comes closer to the bank, or even better, when it splits and you've got a high spot next to it, those are kind of the high percentage places, and I feel fairly confident that just about every time I find that, I can catch 1, 2, maybe even 3 fish. So we're gonna look for stuff like that, try to lock a mid-troll Damiki rig in our hand, and go to work. I said housing, I meant 6 Mile. That fish absolutely clobbered it too. Not that big. Non-scoreable spot.
Wow.
Trying to put a shoe on without untying it. Bad idea. Man, I want to fish tomorrow. I'm not doing any tackle. I'm not doing anything productive right now. I refuse to do anything productive.
You know what? I can't wait to watch episode 1. When I go to a gas station or something now, they say, hey, you're Elton Jr.'s dad, aren't you?
It was really good until I blew angle of the ear.
I imagine you got several of those in your future.
What, blowing angle of the ears?
Yeah.
I think I've got a bunch more. I do that every year. Hello. What is that?
It's a Mardi Gras.
Okay. Kind of creepy looking. Is that somebody with us, or is that somebody with the resort? Okay. How's it going?
How's it going?
Good.
This is the traditional Mardi Gras.
Okay, well, I've never seen that before. That's new.
Our ancestors were too poor.
Yeah. Very cool.
So this is the actual.
Oh, learning stuff. We're learning stuff. Okay, good to know.
Brennan Dubrock.
Alton, good to meet you.
2, 1, one more, and then just at your side, yeah, the hips, man. 3, 2, 1. All right, man.
That's it?
That's it.
Good deal.
Let's go.
Is he sneaking up? He was really nice, but it's creepy.
Kind of looks like that baity ears, that gi crack thing.
The spiny one?
Layers to it.
It's the emo kamushi of Louisiana.
They're the same picture.
Just a little Tex-Mex night, you know? Cajun pasting sauce. So we're gonna use this as our olive oil to bake some sweet potatoes. Basically garlic and butter. All stuff I'm not supposed to be having. Throw these bad boys in the oven. I don't cook. It's like that song. I don't cook, I don't clean.
Can you tell us the inspiration for the double hats?
I didn't even know I had 2 hats on because I didn't want to carry them. That's my chef's hat. What kind of seasoning should we put on these sweet potatoes? That's the question. We've got all kinds of Cajun seasoning to choose from. How about T-Boys? T-Boys looks like he knows what he's doing. Look at that guy. Sprinkle some of that on there.
How'd the off day go? What have you done?
I got my stat unit mounted. Did a TikTok live. I filmed some content with Tyler. I went and got breakfast at a little gas station and a rig tackle.
That's an off day.
That's an off day. I tested for about an hour. I tested glide baits in a pool. The guy that builds glide baits around here. So that was probably the most interesting thing I did today. And I bought one of them.
Addictions.
Mm-hmm. It's a healthy addiction.
Call this helpline.
I don't know if there's a such thing as a healthy addiction. I mean,
Well, what I needed was 3 third periods. If I'd have done that, I'd have had a pretty good day today. But I'll tell you, I really struggled. I thought I had a really solid plan going out this morning. And my first 2 periods, I didn't catch bass. I don't want to say you take the bad with the good, but I mean, I always hate it when I don't catch them really good. But at the same time, I mean, I prayed this morning. I said, Lord, I want to catch a big sack of fish, but whatever you want, you know, and you know, you got to mean that. And I really do. I don't like it, but I'm good with it. You know, I know he gives me not always what I want, but he always gives me what I need. And so there's a lot of peace in that. At least I did rally enough in the final period to at least have a shot to be in check range with a decent day on Thursday. So I'll bounce around that stuff a little bit quicker. And if live scope tells me it's not happening, I'll bail real quick and just go practice and see what happens from there.
If the weather ain't too bad, I'm gonna get on, but I ain't gonna be out there if it's real bouncy.
it's looking like we're gonna get some wind this weekend.
Well, Saturday
We're
was
lucky.
rainy.
Yeah, we're lucky this week. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I borrow your Sharpie? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Look, they left me a light spot for this dark marker here. What's y'all's name?
We humbly offer this prayer. We ask this in the name of your risen Son. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks, Edwin. You know, I want to take some time and talk to you guys about preparation and intentionality. So, you know, being prepared for a tournament is part of our job, and it's something we're all passionate about. I bet if you go digging through these guys' boats and their tackle boxes, you'll find that everything is, for the most part, spick and span. There's not rusty hooks. There's not old line laying around, and it's because they prepare. If it's so easy to, you know, put in the work and prepare for a fishing tournament or a day on the water, to be able to do that in your faith as well. And so, you know, there's so much more than just going to church on a Sunday. You know, spending time in the Word, spending time talking to Jesus, praying, and I think it gets overlooked a lot of times. So, there you go. There you go, Mark. Last year ended on a positive but kind of a bitter note. Kind of blew Angler of the Year there. I don't know if I said blew it, but fell short of Angler of the Year. While that stung, it's also kind of built some confidence. We had our best year to date, and I think I have a lot of confidence in my own abilities and the level I can compete at moving into the 2024 season. So I'm optimistic. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to excel above what we did last year, but I know what is possible now. And like that Angler of the Year goal was something that I always wanted, but you just never really think you're quite good enough for it. Now I kind of feel like under the right conditions, I am good enough for it. So I think that it's a reachable goal now in my career, which until last year, I didn't really feel that way.
You are good enough, buddy.
Thank you.
You're good
Thank
enough.
you. Glad you guys are here. Season 2 of Trimmed Up. It's gonna be better than Season 1. Stay tuned, you're not gonna wanna miss it.